Hey guys, it's Chris from SurviveNnThrive. Today I'm going to be adding another video to my tree and plant identification series. I'm going to be covering the white oak, which is actually these two trees, this one and this one, right here behind me. The white oak is a hardwood tree, very indigenous to the Northeastern United States. It's a very common tree around here. You can basically find it everywhere. Anyway, to help identify the tree, I'm just going to grab a leaf off the ground for you. Try to get a green one. It's mid-October, so everything's dying. I figured I'd get a few trees in before winter. So, I hope you can see the contrast here. The white oak leaf, if you notice, has rounded edges on all its tips, opposed to the red oak, which will have very jagged, pointed edges. I'll actually, just to show you the difference in the leaves quickly, there's a red oak right over here, so I should find a red oak leaf or two on the ground. Oh, okay, right here actually. And if you notice the red oak, the tips are very jagged and pointed and thin. So I'm just going to do a side-by-side for you of the two. So you have the white oak over here and the red oak over here. And as you can see, this isn't a full-grown, this is a really little white oak leaf, just for reference. They get really big. Here's some more. As you can see, they're different sizes. The red oak actually, this is a red oak, they actually get a little bigger. But anyway, just so you can get a side-by-side comparison of the two. This is the red, as I said, and this is the white. White's rounded, red's tipped. So that's just some help in distinguishing the two. The next feature on this tree I want you to look at, which is a very distinct feature, I feel, for identifying this tree. I can usually identify it fairly easy just by looking at the bark. The bark of this tree is very flaky, like this, and soft. If you notice, if you saw those pieces just coming off, and if I also see this flake, comes right up. But if I take this flake and I actually crumble it up in my hand, I can reduce that stuff to powder in some cases. As I said before, white oak is a hardwood tree. It's a really big tree. These are little ones. These aren't full grown. But I'm just going to show you a bottom to top view of it. So starting at the base of the tree here, I'm just going to go up. Just to show you how tall that's really getting. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that on camera. In person right now, I can see those leaves clearly on this bottom section of it. So I can identify that that is a white oak really, really easily. Especially this branch right here. You get some good contrast to see the leaves. Other than that, the only other thing to identify the white oak is the actual acorn it drops. It drops an acorn, which you can actually use to make acorn. You can make flour out of it to make different breads and things like that. It's edible. It helps. It's got kind of a bitter taste. Not as much as you would get from other oaks with the white oaks, but it still helps to boil it out. You can boil the nuts a little bit and pull that extract out. I'll have a picture in my video of the acorn. They do look different from other acorns. If you notice, if you go look on any tree sites, I think there's a site called Leaf Snap. If you're in the Northeast or anything like that, it's a very good site to go to. It'll show you it'll show you a leaf, a bud, and a seed or anything like that. The trees drop. And it will tell you what tree it is. So it's a very good visual thing to look at to learn trees. Anyway, so I'll show you some pictures of those acorns in the video. Probably pop up right about now. If not, I just look stupid for doing that. But in the beginning of my video too, I'll have the leaf, the actual picture of a tree, the bark, and then I'll show a seed or something just in the beginning of my videos for these plants and trees. So it'll just make your life a little easier. There is a medicinal property to white oak. If you actually use the inner bark, you can actually make a powder out of it. They can actually help with congestion, such as like mucus, like a lot of mucuses or runny nose. I'll be covering that stuff in another video, going over the medicinal properties of plants. This is just an identification series, so you can actually walk into the woods and be like, okay, I know what this is, I know what that is, and give you some basic uses so you know what to look for. Also, I'm trying to tell you what type of wood it is, so if you're looking for a soft wood, you don't walk up to this tree and be like, well, the bark's soft, so it might be a soft wood. It's not. As I said, oak's a hardwood. So that's the purpose of this series, and that was the white oak in a nutshell. It's a very simple tree to cover. Most of the trees around here are easy to cover. So just give you one more look at it. These two are white oaks, and they're little. In this area, I don't really see any big ones. So yeah. Okay guys, so that was my white oak video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped you, so you can probably go out in the woods and maybe identify this tree. Thanks for checking out my channel. Thanks for checking out my videos. Thanks for your support of subscribing, viewing my videos. I'm not just doing this for myself. I'm doing it for you guys. I want to just get some information out there, so I feel like it's something everybody should learn, woodsman stuff. So yeah, so thanks for all that, all your support, and I hope to see you guys around.